When I crossed to day 50 of writing a book, I didn't really think about it, so I didn't actually mention it in the video. But today is day 60. I've been writing this book for 60 days, and I think you would agree that I've made a lot of good progress. I'm here writing chapter 17. And what's interesting is when I had the idea of starting this series here on YouTube, where I was going to follow the process of me developing and writing this book, if you've seen some of my earliest videos, you'll see I had already gone through the planning stage and I had written the first 4 chapters of the book. But there was a feeling inside me, I felt it wasn't correct. So I went from having a story that I'd already started the first draft to reworking everything and starting from scratch, all on camera. I have made really good progress. To be fair, I am a fast writer in general. And actually at the beginning, for most of these 60 days, I wasn't writing during the day as much as I normally would if I wasn't filming, because I had other things to do, including putting the video together, editing it, posting it, all this. I have managed now to organize my schedule so that I'm doing the full writing sessions that I normally would if I were not filming. I don't know if you'll see it so much in the video because I'm still editing them to show the most interesting parts and to tell the overall story of my day of writing instead of trying to capture everything. So my videos, they'll be about 5 minutes, sometimes up to 8, sometimes down to 3, whatever works for the video. But before I was doing 2 hours a day of writing, but now I'm doing 4 hours a day of writing. Anyway, let's continue. Chapter 17, let's go. Some crazy things are happening in the book at the moment. Very excited to continue with it. Okay, and that's chapter 17 done. Good chapter, got through it, wrote quite nicely. One interesting thing was yesterday at the end of my session when I was writing this chapter 17, or not yesterday, the day before, it was towards the end of my 4 hours of writing, maybe the last 10 minutes. I was a bit tired, so I wasn't writing as well, and I found that sometimes when I get tired and my creativity goes down, I start to summarize things and not write just up to the quality and up to the level that I normally do. It always happens around 4 hours, sometimes a bit before, sometimes I can go a bit longer, depends on the day. But when that happens, I do stop, because if I continue writing, it's bad and I have to rewrite it anyway. This chapter 18 has 2 point of view characters in it, Arjunin and Galen, and I'm trying to think which point of view is better. The plan was Galen, but I'm thinking it might be Arjunin is better. I'm not sure though. I'm thinking it through. Both have their merits, both have positives, but I need to figure out what's best for the story. Yeah, I've decided I need to switch the point of view for this chapter, because Galen right now is going through a pretty straightforward experience, while Arjunin has a lot of things going on internally. This being in Arjunin's point of view will make the story richer. It's important for his character arc. Yes, if I was 100% sure that this point of view for Galen was the right decision, I would have it be in Galen's. There wouldn't even be the question. On the other chapters, I'm not wondering for Louise's chapters if I should have Danya be point of view, even if Danya's in it. So because it's Louise's story, this is Arjunin's story. Galen is part of it, but this chapter is Arjunin's story. This is the second time I've done this, and again it's to Arjunin. I think Arjunin is my main character. When I started this book, Galen was the main character. He was the first character I made. He was the character I made this around, but I think Arjunin is the main character of this book, no? Well, yeah. I actually think more than just switching this chapter's point of view, I can do so much more with it, because now that it's going to be Arjunin's point of view, in chapter 16, I have Arjunin leave the settlement. Then it goes to Danya for a while, and then this chapter was meant to be Galen, but I'll switch it to Arjunin. But I can do from him leaving the settlement all the way to nighttime, which is when this chapter with Galen was going to happen. It will be more in depth and I can go more into what's happening. Yeah, I think that's the play. That is the play. So when I decided to kill off a character who wasn't in the plan to be killed, and it was a really important character, I did say in video that this was going to have a butterfly effect where it's one change that would then ripple to possibly change the story massively. And I think I'm having it here because I'm getting ideas to move even further away from the plan as we're continuing and getting towards the ending, but I'm not sure if they're good ideas or not, so I have to think and consider them. Decisions. What is going on? The ideas are just flowing like crazy. I'm getting all these ideas. Okay. I need to organize this. The issue is the ending. I'm not 100% sure about my ending. The ending I have planned doesn't feel right, but I'm not exactly sure about my ending, so I don't know where I'm leading to, so that's making it a bit difficult for me to choose which direction to go now that we're getting to the business end of the book. So, My story instinct is telling me to change things up slightly as we're coming towards the end, so I'm going to follow it. It tends to be correct. The detailed plan is to give me a path to follow, a guide, but it's inevitable that as the story develops, by the end, it may be quite different to what was planned because all these small things I'm putting in the draft, adding the character development, it will lead normally somewhere completely different because the detailed plan is the logical structure of a story, but I'm not developing the characters as much. So this is how it should be. This is the process. I do think though that I need to sleep on this. I need more time to think. I need it to, what I like to say, marinate in my mind. I'm not gonna make any changes yet. I've had a good session today, really productive, happy with what I've done. Tomorrow I'm gonna come with a decision, possibly. AA Watson out.